Okay, this is my 1982 Jeep CJ-8 Scrambler. Pretty rare Jeep. Only 28,000 of them made between 1981 and 1985. Half of them were out of the US, so they're pretty rare. I built this 20 years ago. The only thing stock is the frame and the body. Everything else, axles, engine, transmission, everything has been replaced. And I'm taking it down now to make it look good. And you can see the tub here has been completely stripped. I am going to remove it from the frame. All of the wiring has been removed. All of the bolts. Only a couple left. So you can see under here the heater assembly, defroster, electronic control module, wiring harness. Everything has been removed. And what I'm looking at is trying to figure out what it would take to strip it down to bare metal and clean it up and paint it. Probably a bright blue or bright red color. Nothing will be attached to the firewall. It's completely loose now. I'll be taking it off the next day or two. And so I will have this tub, top and bottom. There isn't a lot of rust. I'll come back and drill into some of the details, but high level, that's what I've got there. So it'll be painted off of the frame, and then I have all the various parts that I can have available to paint at the same time. So I'm going to buy a brand new windshield frame. This one, when I rolled it in Moab, Utah, did some damage. It's got some leaks. So I'm going to get a brand new steel replacement windshield frame so that can be painted off of the Jeep, and with no glass, no seals, nothing, no wipers, so pretty straightforward. I'm going to get new windshield hinges, hood hinges. Those will all go on separate. They'll be black. And then I'm going to buy new front fenders. You can see the existing steel fenders. I'm going to buy brand new ones. These have been bashed on Rubicon Trail and others. So I think it's going to be cheaper to buy new fenders, about 200 bucks a piece, versus fixing these ones up. But I'm open to suggestions. I'm going to get a brand new dash, so we will have that to paint, same as the body color. And it will be, I'm putting all new autometer gauges, phantom gauges. It'll be a brand new custom laser cut dash, just a flat piece of steel, ready to be painted front and back. I will put everything else in it. We have the stock tailgate, which is fine. Just needs to be sanded down or blasted down and painted, both sides. Same color. The grill, it's in good shape. That needs to be painted, and the hood. I mentioned I'm getting new hinges for the hood. Those will be coming black and remain black. You can see the other side here. So, hood's in pretty good shape. See a different angle on all of these. And then I will have the final two pieces will be the doors. These are steel doors with roll-up windows. I'm going to completely strip them down. No glass, no seals, no keys, no locks, no handles, no door clasps, nothing. All of it will be stripped down just to the bare frame. That black vinyl liner will be coming out. So these will need to be painted the same color as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the body here. So you can see I've had steel rocker guards down in this area, as well as the rockers on the side of the Jeep, rocker panels. And I am going to be, there's a little bit of body damage here, just scrapes when I flipped on my side in Utah, Moab. But what I'm going to do is buy a Poison Spider 3/16 inch steel corner guard that covers this entire corner area all the way through here around this fender lip and stops down here. And then I'm going to buy their new rocker panels for the CJ-8 Scrambler that go and cover this entire area. They will cover it right up to this door line. All the way down will be steel bolted through, replacing the ones I had that were a little bit shorter. So it can cover up any of these flaws here. The tires rub at this corner here. I might end up cutting it right here and putting a little bit larger fender flares. but that 3/16 inch steel guard will be bolted through in this location, wrap all the way around the corners. Same for this side. You can still see this whole corner here. From there on up will be a new poison spider steel rock crusher corner. Same for this area here. Will be covered up to this line. You can see some damage here from hitting the other rocker on some rocks, but that will be covered up all the way through here. You might want to just clean this up a little bit, but it'll be covered up, this whole rocker panel, right to under this Jeep logo. This is steel. These letters will come off. The Jeep is mostly surface rust with a couple of spots here. You can see the floor pan, but I think this will clean up nicely. It's still plenty of steel there. The two areas I'm most concerned about that will probably need a little bit of work is right here. You can see these bubbles coming from the inside out, and those are right behind this area here. So this support brace on tack welded to the body, I think, is what's some moisture has gotten through there and caused this bubbling. So again, that will be covered up by the new Poison Spider steel rocker that will go up to this level, completely covered. So we just need to clean it up so it does not rust in the future. I'd like to get another 20 years out of this thing. And then the other area, that's the worst area, is this windshield hinge. So water was leaking down under the hinge, and this should just be a round hole like this one, but the rust has taken it out. So that's going to need, it's a little bit soft. I think that's going to need to be cut and reinforced. You can see the side here. Side isn't rusted nearly as bad. This is just silicone sealer I tried to seal it with. And then underneath in the back. So let me give you a wider view. This is the dashboard area. And you can see that area there. So get some backing on that. Otherwise, it's pretty good. A little bit of a dent here. Might want to fill that in. Again, I'm going to build this. I want it to look good, but it's going to get used. The other side windshield of the windshield frame is not nearly as bad. A little bit of pitting rust here, with good backing behind this side as well. And right up in there. But otherwise, the tub's in pretty good shape, I believe. Just need to bead or walnut blast it, or whatever the best thing is. It's fairly thin sheet metal stock, but anyway, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking to get some options on what it's going to cost and what it's going to take to paint all of these parts. Underneath looks pretty good. Not really rusted out. I removed the fuel tank. It'll clean up pretty good under there. So I'd like to, treat it so that it doesn't rust in the future. And I live in Redding, California, so we don't have really a whole lot of salt, but you can see it's in pretty decent shape. Just kind of surface rust that I'm hoping will come off. I'm not sure if Pour 15 or Eastman is good. But once the tub is off, I'm going to clean up the frame myself and axles and all the other undercarriage. But that's what I'm looking at.